الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله إلا بذكر الله.
History is not just a collection of dates. It is the heartbeat of human progress.
Show them the wrath of the Khan.
To understand the modern world, we must travel back to a time when the desert sands gave birth to a light that would illuminate the entire globe. Imagine the 7th century. The world was cold, divided, and lost. The first word of a new era was whispered. Iqra. This wasn't just a command for a prophet. It was a mandate for a civilization that would soon lead the world in literacy and science. In the early days of Mecca, the message was simple but dangerous to the elite. Equality. No master was better than his servant. This radical justice attracted the oppressed, and despite the torture and the boycotts, the spirit of the early Muslims remained unbreakable. The Hijra to Medina wasn't just a flight from persecution, it was the birth of the first constitution in history. The Covenant of Medina united Jews, Christians, and Muslims under one state, a model of pluralism 1,400 years ago. After the Prophet ﷺ, the Rashidun Caliphate set the gold standard for leadership. Abu Bakr's firmness, Umar's legendary justice, Usman's generosity, and Ali's unparalleled wisdom. In just 30 years, they didn't just expand territory. They established a system where even a caliph could be questioned by a common citizen in the streets. By the time of the Umayyads, the empire stretched from the borders of China to the heart of France. At the Battle of Tours, the course of European history was decided. But while the armies moved, a different kind of conquest was happening in the mind. Now enter the Abbasid era in Baghdad, the Baytul Hikmah. This was the world's first think tank. Caliph Harun al-Rashid and al-Mamun didn't care about the religion of a scientist. They only cared about the truth. They translated the works of Aristotle, Plato, and Sushruta, saving them from being lost to time. Muslim merchants traveled to the islands of Indonesia. They didn't go with swords. They went with honesty and trade.
Move, dogs! Your god cannot save you here. Keep digging!
This is how the largest Muslim country in the world, Indonesia, embraced the faith, through the character of the Muslim businessman. But the ultimate test was the Black Death of the 13th century, the Mongols. Hulagu Khan destroyed Baghdad in 1258. They say the ink of the books turned the river black, and the blood of the scholars turned it red. It was the greatest intellectual disaster in human history. People thought Islam was finished, but the spirit of this faith is like a seed. Even in the driest ground, it waits for the rain. The Mongols eventually embraced the very faith they tried to destroy, and from the ashes rose the 3 gunpowder empires. The Ottomans in Turkey, the Safavids in Persia, and the Mughals in India. They built the Taj Mahal, the Suleymaniye Mosque, and the Naqshi Jahan Square. For 400 years, they were the world's superpowers, blending art, power, and spirituality into a breathtaking tapestry. Today, we stand at a crossroads. History is not just to be remembered, it is to be repeated. The same ingredients that made the Golden Age possible, unity, justice, and a hunger for knowledge, are still available to us. The story of great Islam is not a story of the past. It is a living, breathing mission. From the first word read to the digital algorithms of today, the legacy continues. The question is, what will your contribution be? If you want to see more deep dives into our history, subscribe and share this story. Let's bring back the light of wisdom together.